Hi gang, it's Dave with React Real Estate Coaching Systems here today. Talk to you about a couple of different things. One of the primary reasons that we want to talk today is in regard to something that we call synergistic platforms. Now that sounds like a big word, but effectively it's not a big word. Most people actually utilize a synergistic platform, or we wouldn't even be able to watch this video or breathe for the sake of argument. What am I talking about? I'm talking about effectively the human body. So the human body is one huge synergistic platform. What you basically have, or platforms, what you basically have is a variety of systems. You have the circulatory system, you have the nervous system, you have the digestive system, you have the endocrine system, you have the muscle system, you have the skeletal system, you have all kinds of other underlying and major and minor systems. And what they do is they lay in conjunction with each other and work in conjunction with each other to basically help and create the opportunity for life. Is really what it comes down to. Because if you take the nervous system out of the body dies. If you take the respiratory system out of the body dies. If you take the circulatory system out of the body dies. If you take the skeletal system out of the body, it turns into this giant blob, and eventually it can't support its own weight and dies. So the key part of what synergistic platforms do is that each one of them has an integral part in the specific relationship to the success of the overall system, in this case the human body. So what's happening right now, and what has happened in the past I'm sure, but what's really critical right now is what we call the new market reality. And the new market reality requires this synergistic platform mentality to basically be successful in the current market in terms of real estate. Now you're looking at a video right now, and if you're looking at a video, effectively what you're looking at is one part of the synergistic platforms that are required to be effectively successful in your market program. Now, what we always talk about are some of the other things that might relate to, let's say, social media and stuff like that. So a lot of people have Facebook, yes. A lot of people might even have Twitter, yes. Some people have Pinterest. Some people don't understand Pinterest. Some people have LinkedIn, and that's becoming much more popular, and it should be. So it's one of the critical pieces in, let's say, a synergistic platform. Then you take all of those and you add in what we call the sub-platforms. And the sub-platforms might be Yelp or Foursquare. Those are critical because they interact with these other main platforms in social media and actually help derive attention to where you want your people to go. Then you throw in things like Vine and Instagram videos. You could also use Tout if you want, T-O-U-T. Those types of things effectively then drive those more, that more attention to those types of places, and again sort of interact with just the social media part of it. Then you take all of that and social media and then interact with it into your current form of business. Now some people have email marketing, which is great, and you can take email marketing and use it direct, whether it's BombBomb and video marketing or whether it's some other form of direct email like Aweber or MailChimp or something like that. And you hit your people on a direct marketing basis. But you use the direct marketing basis to then augment, and vice versa, the social media platforms. It's very, very important because a lot of people don't understand that all of this stuff has an interaction and growth. I've talked to agents who've utilized some of our stuff, and they just post their latest listing on Facebook with the curb shot, with a little, minor little dialogue there, and then expect people to come and click on it as if it's some magic pill that's going to drive people to their sites or drive people to buy their listing. It doesn't happen that way. That's the same mentality as somebody just posting a sign out front and waiting for the action to happen. You got to have people drive by. If people don't drive by that house, you'll never get any phone calls. Nobody will even know that it's for sale. So what had to happen in the past is you had to put it in the newspaper. You had to put it maybe even in a color magazine, or you had to then post it on the MLS service, and then the other agents maybe even have an open house or two. See, those are all synergistic platforms. But in today's market, 96% of all home buyers are starting their search online. They're starting their home search online, and 50% are finding the house before they even find their real estate agent. We've got to interject your business at the beginning of the search process. Otherwise, you're going to fall down to a category where you just don't have any more business coming your way. And with new market reality, it's proven that these people are using their smartphones, they're using their iPads, they're using their laptops and the computer itself in which to find just about all information that they need, including mortgage and all the other stuff that goes with buying a house. So it's very, very important to have the right synergistic platforms. And you tie all of that in with lead generation and listing generation. And then you use the new market reality in which to drive new listings directly into your queue. You use the new market reality to drive new leads, buyer leads, directly into your queue. And then when you're sitting in front of your listing clients, you can say, look at all these new leads that we get every month for the purpose of selling your house. And then you can potentially say to all your buyer clients, look at all these potential listings that we're getting from the new market reality lead generation systems, listing generation systems that are potentially for sale. And then you obviously use your normal sales pitches and all that kind of stuff to get them to interact with each other. And then what we do with the social media part is basically give an electronic digital hug to your clients. You want to surround them with all the digital information and all the digital social media type things in which to then utilize you for the purpose of their transaction, whether it's a sale or a purchase, doesn't matter. And same thing with all of your vendors as well, because the more that you're active in all of those particular arenas, obviously your vendors are going to pick up on that and want to be associated with your opportunities. If you want more information about these synergistic opportunities and these synergistic platforms and how they work, because it is very complex, you give us a call at the number below and we'll be in touch with you with all kinds of varieties of different things. And you might want to bite off just little pieces at a time until you understand them, or you may want to jump in and just get wet. I always say the water is very blue, so it's very appealing and very appetizing, but that usually means it's very deep. So you better know how to swim before you jump in. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to show you and talk to you about how we can help as a system, as opposed to anything else in terms of creating more business and more success for you. Thanks very much for listening today. If you have any questions, feel free to email or call the number below. Appreciate your time.